Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I will go over the injury report for both teams for you. For the Vikings, fullback CJ Ham is out with a hand injury. Cornerback and former Lion Jeff Okudah is out with a concussion. Tight end Josh Oliver is out with a foot injury. Offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw is questionable with a knee injury. Safety Josh Metellus is questionable with a foot injury. And outside linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel is questionable with a neck injury. For the Lions, safety Kirby Joseph is out with a knee injury. Running back Craig Reynolds is out with a hamstring injury. Linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez is out with a knee injury. Offensive tackle Taylor Decker is questionable with a shoulder injury. Cornerback Avonte Maddox is questionable with a hamstring injury. Running back Sione Vaki is questionable with a groin injury, and safety Daniel Thomas is questionable with a broken forearm. I believe that Christian Darrisaw, Josh Metellus, and Andrew Van Ginkel will all be game time decisions. Andrew Van Ginkel, of course, coming off a neck injury. I don't know how serious that is, but seemingly it would be, so I could see if he didn't play. And then I don't know how long Christian Darrisaw has been out with his knee injury, so he may not play as well. But I suspect, like I said, that they'll all be game time decisions. As far as the Lions, Taylor Decker has got to play. I mean, he's had enough time off. He's only played in the Chiefs game in about the last month, and he practiced fully on Thursday. So even though he didn't practice on Friday, I would expect him to be able to grind this out at least for this game and probably next week's game for sure. And then we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping he'll be able to get through the rest of the season now that Lions have had their bye week. Avonte Maddox is going to be interesting. If he plays, it's going to be very limited. But, of course, if he does have a hamstring injury and he was limited in practice all week, I would say you don't want to really play him that much. And personally, if he's not ready to go, I wouldn't play him at all. And I would let his hamstring heal another week, especially with the schedule they have coming up the rest of the season, because they still have yet to play the Vikings and the Bears on the road. And they have a number of games, including the Packers on Thanksgiving. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Sione Vaki, I believe, will play because Craig Reynolds is out. And if nothing else, not so much in terms of carrying the ball, but rather on special teams. And then Daniel Thomas is going to be interesting because he's close to being ready. Whether or not he plays on Sunday remains to be seen. He may play a little bit because the Lions need some help with Kirby Joseph being out. But again, it may be that he plays sparingly and gives as they give him another week for his forearm to heal. And then Malcolm Rodriguez being an injury report is a good sign because, of course, he'd been on the PUP list, and right now he's in the 2-week window. So while he's not expected to play next week against the Commanders either, when the Lions play the Eagles in Lincoln Financial Field in a couple of weeks on Sunday Night Football, I'm hoping Malcolm Rodriguez will be ready for that, to be sure. In the next segment, I will go over Jared Goff's career against the Vikings for you. Stay tuned to the Detroit Lions tomorrow on Ed's Sports Channel.